I'm gonna tell you now, there is something deeply wrong with Robert Eggers. The Witch takes place in the 1600s as we follow a New England family that got exiled from their village and now has to go live in the remote woods outside. And as soon as they arrive, bad and sinister things start happening that could be the result of dark witchcraft. Now, The Witch was my most anticipated horror movie of 2016, and ladies and gentlemen, The Witch did not let me down. This movie was so brilliant and just nothing like I expected it to be, but everything I ended up wanting it to be. Ladies and gentlemen, this movie made me feel something so uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, I would describe my experience as sort of a lockdown. I felt like my entire body just sort of locked down. I was paralyzed and I couldn't move and I just couldn't take my eyes off the screen. This movie looks incredible. It's shot in such a way where the cinematography is incredible. I won't spoil it, but there is a moment in this movie where a character is walking and there's a moon, and it's probably the most gorgeous shot I will see in 2016. I mean, the lighting in this movie is something really, really special in this film. When they're out in the campsite and there's a fire light, and that fire is the only sort of light source out there, it feels very natural, but you don't feel like you can't see what's going on. Very minimalistic, very sort of hollowing in. All the performances in this movie are fantastic, including the kids. And we know how kid actors can be, especially in horror movies. But everyone in this movie works. Especially, I thought the son in this movie, he has a moment in this film, I don't think I blinked. I was just so absolutely terrified by his performance. And while the story in this movie is very simple and very sort of straightforward, it has so many different layers to it that you know that there's so much going on in this movie. And you can tell that Robert Eggers, the director, definitely spent 5 whole years researching this film. Not only does the film feel so historically accurate, but it feels so realistic in its depiction of the 1600s. I mean, they're speaking in a tongue that's so superb, so spot on to the 1600s that I'll admit, it feels like Shakespeare. And it's almost so accurate to a fault that to the point there are moments in the film you will not understand what they're saying. But in my opinion, dialogue isn't nearly as important in film as we think it is. You know, it's mainly the visuals and the story and how we tell the story through visuals that's really important. Dialogue, yes, it's important. It helps build character and all that stuff. It's important, but it's not necessarily the main focus and importance of a film. And I think Robert Eggers understands that. The best way to describe The Witch is it's disturbing and uncomfortable. And honestly, the ending, in my opinion, to this movie rocked. I thought the ending was extremely well done and a big payoff, in my opinion. Also, the score in this movie by Mark Corvin is so chilling and haunting. And in my opinion, you would not have the nerve-wracking experience if it was not for this score. The Witch feels like the most unholy movie, and I mean that in the best possible way. This was nerve-wracking, unsettling, and extremely uncomfortable movie to watch. As the score goes, I'm going to give The Witch a 4.5 out of 5. So you guys, were you looking forward to seeing The Witch? Let me know in the comment section below if you did see The Witch. What did you think of The Witch? And until next time, you guys, I'm the Slasher Movie Reviewer, and you guys have just been slashed.